Rating the best trading brokers in Canada. I started day trading over 10 years ago, and back then I was just a beginner, figuring things out. I've been burned by many terrible brokers and sketchy platforms. And I've paid way too much in foreign transaction fees, hidden fees, and unreasonable charges for withdrawals. Most videos you see out there focus on Canadian investing brokers, not so much about trading brokers that are dedicated to serve active traders. But if you're a day trader or swing trader here in Canada, you need a broker that's way more specialized than what the big banks are providing you. You need reasonable commissions for trading, fast order execution, real-time market data, easy-to-read charting, and not the basic browser stuff like the line chart or the archaic interface that most investing platforms here offer. Like, come on, are we still living in 1998? So, as an experienced trader here in Canada, I'm here to break it down for you, the ultimate Canadian trading brokers tier list. I'll walk you through my top choices and what I do not recommend, with my honest rating as an active trader, and some of these choices may surprise you. I'll also have all the video chapters for you down below as well. There's definitely a few names that you haven't heard of that are actually perfect for active trading in Canada. And if you just want the TLDR summary right away, here's my quick summary for you. Recommended trading brokers here in Canada. For beginner traders, I recommend Interactive Brokers, Webull, and Zimtra. For experienced traders, I recommend Centerpoint Securities. For long-term investors, not traders, Questrade, Wealthsimple, and the big banks. I'll review every broker in the most comprehensive manner possible, explaining the pros and cons based on these categories that are designed for traders. Number 1 is the funding needed to get started. Number 2, the platform ease of use, including paper trading, execution speed, orders, charting, etc. Number 3, short selling, since this is a very popular trading style nowadays. Number 4, of course, we have commissions and fees. This is an important one, and it's the one that may shock you. I hope by the end of this video, you'll find a recommendation that matches what you're looking for at the current stage of your trading career. This video really took a lot of time, research, alongside with my personal experience to prepare. So if you appreciate my efforts, please remember to drop a like down below. Now get ready, let's review and rate all the trading brokers here in Canada. First up, let's talk about Interactive Brokers in Canada. This is perhaps the most popular trading broker in Canada, very widely used in the US and globally as well. I personally use Interactive Brokers for both day trading and swing trading. However though, I don't think that it's the perfect broker for active trading. Still, I'll let you be the judge here. There are many things that I do love about Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers, or IBKR for short, is considered a discount brokerage and has some of the lowest commissions around in Canada when compared to other peers in the trading brokerage industry. Most people will go with the fixed rate commission structure, which is about $1 per trade. This is especially nice if you are a day trader who places multiple limit orders per day to scale in and out, and you like to manage your position sizing actively during the trade. But if you're a scalper trading hundreds of trades per day, I wouldn't recommend this option. And then there's the account flexibility that Interactive Brokers offer. They offer individual accounts, TFSA, RSP accounts, and even corporate accounts if you want to trade under a business. This is what I personally use right now. This is a huge bonus for Canadian traders who want to optimize taxes or trade through a company. We're here in Canada, and you and I both know how much taxes we pay. So we gotta make sure that you're trading smart. Getting started with Interactive Brokers doesn't take much money either. There's no set minimum dollar amount to open an account, but you do need at least $500 US in order to access live market data. But regardless, you don't have to deposit a lot of money to start live trading on Interactive Brokers, which makes it pretty beginner friendly. So for the criteria of funding needed, it's good, really good. But you do have to pay for their monthly live market data cost, which will vary depending on what kind of stocks you trade. You'll have to pay a subscription fee, anywhere from $6 to $20, sometimes $30, depending on your trading commissions, because they do waive some of these data costs for you if you trade really often enough or place large orders. So for me, my subscription monthly is waived due to the amount I trade, but usually this will be the cost, around $25 per month. But overall, when compared to other trading broker choices, Interactive Brokers' fees and commissions is actually pretty good. When it comes to shorting stocks, IBKR is solid for shorting large cap stocks, but not so much for like the small cap runners, the penny stocks, because they really just don't have that much shares available to short. But if you usually trade the big names, the large caps, the mega caps, the short sell costs are very low. And you can short stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, etc. pretty much anytime you want. So overall on this category, I'll give Interactive Brokers a so-so for short selling because I do need to short small cap stocks as well. But if you only trade the large caps and the mega caps, then it'll be good. Now let's move on to the user interface and platform options. The main platform for traders is Trader Workstation, TWS. This is the platform that most Interactive Brokers traders use, and I'll be honest, it's not the best. Looks-wise and functionality-wise, it's clunky, feels outdated, like it's from the early 2000s, and it's pretty slow sometimes. But it does get the job done, and that's, after once you get used to it, it's very workable. Interactive Brokers will always have a special place in my heart because this is where I opened my first ever paper trading account more than 10 years ago. And I've been with Interactive Brokers ever since. Their mobile app though is actually really good. I like the app a lot. I wouldn't recommend trading on the phone for day trading, but for swing trading and investing, it's perfect. You can check a lot of things really quickly, your positions, make trades with various order types, all from your phone. I actually do use the mobile app for all my swing trading, pretty much. I think the biggest con with Interactive Brokers, and I hear this from a lot of traders using them as well, is definitely the TWS platform. Yes, it's functional technically, but they really need to update it at some point. Honestly, I am quite disappointed about the platform aspect for Interactive Brokers. I first used it back in 2014. That's when I first opened my account. And here we are, like 10, 11 years later, it's pretty much the same. If they would just improve the TWS Trader Workstation platform, I would easily give them like an A+, like right now. But as it stands right now, I would give Interactive Brokers a bad on the category of trading platform and functionality. Now, there is a fix, only if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. You can pay an extra $120 US per month to integrate Interactive Brokers with DAS Trader Pro. DAS Trader Pro is not a broker, but it is a very popular trading platform that many active day traders or swing traders use. You can get a fully customizable interface and lightning-fast execution speed. Next, there's something unique with Interactive Brokers, which I actually like a lot. They pay interest on unused Canadian dollars and US dollars cash in your account, as long as it's over the threshold of 13K and 10K. The interest rate will vary depending on your account balance and the currency, of course. This is really rare for trading brokers in Canada. It's really common in the US, but this is unheard of in Canada. And this is a really nice bonus, considering that most big banks will pay like 0.1% or something ridiculous. If the market's slow and if there's nothing worth trading for a month or two, at least you're still earning a little bit extra on your cash. So this is actually a very good perk with Interactive Brokers. I'll give them good. Okay, so let's sum up my rating now. After rating all the different categories we talked about for trading brokers in Canada, my final rating for Interactive Brokers is a B+. Now, when it's paired up with DAS Trader Pro, I will give it an A. And by the way, because Interactive Brokers TWS platform is so complex, I've been getting a lot of emails asking about my platform setup and requesting a tutorial. So if you think that will help you a lot, please comment Interactive Brokers down below to let me know if you're interested in a new platform tutorial on TWS. And I'll make that for you. Okay, coming up next, this is a trading broker in Canada that you've probably never heard of. But this is going to be my top broker recommendation for serious active traders, Centerpoint Securities. Centerpoint is relatively new to Canada, and when they finally launched it here, it did feel like every Canadian trader I knew were popping champagnes in front of their trading desks. It did feel like, finally, we have a top-tier, well-rounded broker here in Canada to really shake things up in the trading industry. They also offer corporate accounts here as well, which is a game changer. Order execution and routing options offered by Centerpoint are the best of all the brokers that I've used. Speed is a huge advantage for volatile markets or anyone who trades based on price action as well as momentum. So overall for trading platform, it's a solid good. For short selling, they have one of the best hard-to-borrow inventories I've ever seen. If you're not familiar with short selling yet, hard-to-borrow stocks refers to the stocks that are expensive to borrow, and they are often not available to short sell for most discount brokerages. This could also mean that if you have access to borrow these kind of shares to short, you have the ability to profit from opportunities that most traders cannot at the other regular brokers. So for the short selling category, I'll give Centerpoint a solid good. I've personally been trading with them for years, and honestly, they're the best trading broker in Canada. The competition doesn't even come close. Their customer service is solid, over phone and email. They understand traders' needs, and I found them very helpful. Next, let's talk about commissions. Their affordable pricing structure is another win. The commission starts at 0.0045 per share, and they get even cheaper if you trade higher volumes or you add to liquidity. So in many ways, Centerpoint is cheaper in commissions than other discount brokerages like Interactive Brokers. Now let's talk about the $120 monthly fee for Dash Trader Pro. It is kind of pricey, although the platform fee is waived if you trade over a certain number of shares each month. So for platform fees, locate fees, and commissions overall, I will give them a so-so in terms of this category. But as promised, I'm gonna keep it real with you, giving you both the pros and the cons. There's definitely some downsides that you need to know if you're thinking about signing up with Centerpoint. The account minimum for Centerpoint is $25,000 US, which is a lot higher than most other brokers here in Canada. So for me to rate the category of minimum funding needed, I'll have to give this one bad. Centerpoint is definitely ideal for advanced traders who have some capital already and experience. So personally, I started out with Interactive Brokers 10 years ago. But as I grew and wanted to level up my trading, I opened another account here at Centerpoint once I hit the account minimum. So having reviewed all these categories for Centerpoint Securities, my final rating for them as a trading broker here in Canada is a solid A. Even though I took away some points from them regarding commissions and fees and the initial funding, there's actually a solution to that. Centerpoint is running a New Year promotion. If you open an account with them, they'll waive your Dash Trader Pro platform fee for the first month. That's worth $120. And that's on top of the access to Centerpoint Edge, which is worth over $7,000 annually. If you're interested in this promo, make sure to check out my link down below. Okay, I understand that some traders may not have the $20,000 to $25,000 US to start trading with, and that's totally fine. I only started trading with $2,000 10 years ago. Some of you might be thinking, can I really compete with the traders who have access to all these high-end resources and tools if I don't have $25,000 to fund my account? My answer is yes, you can. And that's where a new, one-of-a-kind broker comes in, Zimtra. I want to introduce Zimtra because I really believe that up-and-coming traders can benefit from what they're offering. If you're an intermediate trader who just needs a little bit more funding or the right tools and a platform to level up, Zimtra could be a good fit. With Zimtra, you're getting a lot of the advantages that top-tier brokers like Centerpoint can offer, but with a much lower minimum deposit requirement. Okay, let's talk about what Zimtra brings to the table. First of all, they have really low and affordable commission fees. So basically, that's 0.15 cents per share with no minimums. This makes it very attractive to traders who want to keep the cost of commissions very low as they focus on building their trading account. So for the fees and commissions category, I'll give them a solid good. Zimtra also has a very low funding requirement of only $1,000 minimum, which is much more manageable than high-end brokers. This initial deposit is a refundable bond, so that's a lower commitment. So that's really good for starting capital. Next, let's talk about platform. Zimtra also connects with Tradezero Pro, so you're getting access to top-notch charting and execution speed. Plus, you can access hard-to-borrow stocks and locates as well, which is great for short selling if that's part of your strategies. So that's really good for platform category. Again, Tradezero Pro is perhaps the best platform for active traders, and of course, good for short selling. They also offer very high margin power with a range from 4:1 to 10:1 leverage. That means more trading power even if you have a smaller amount of deposit. There is a capital of 20% for position exposure, which helps you limit the risk. Honestly, 10:1 is pretty crazy, and if you're new, don't use it. I personally don't need 10:1 leverage. This option is truly reserved for the pro traders. For most people, 4:1 is plenty enough. Now when it comes to order execution, again that's done on Tradezero Pro. Zimtra does offer really advanced routing options. You can see all of the details on their website. So you pretty much can experience all the benefits of top-notch brokers at a much lower entry barrier. Now, of course, like we talked about earlier, there's no broker that's perfect. Zimtra does have a few downsides that you should consider. First of all, they're not CIPF insured yet. So unlike a traditional brokerage, your funds aren't protected under Canadian insurance. That's also the reason Zimtra can offer so much leverage and flexibility with the funding options. It's because they are not regulated within Canada. They're regulated by the financial institutions in Cayman Islands. But of course, I wouldn't be mentioning Zimtra at all if I haven't used a brokerage myself, and I have. Everything works and trades just fine, just like all the previous brokers we talked about. But I do want to make this note just so you're aware. There's also a daily max loss of 10% of your bond balance, meaning you cannot lose more than 10% of your account deposit in a single day, which could feel limiting for some high-volume traders. But if you think about it, if you funded your account with only $2,000, you really shouldn't lose more than 10%, which is $200 in a single day. This rule, in my opinion, is very reasonable. This is meant to be a protective measure for risk management, especially for new traders, to avoid overtrading and going all in one position. Another thing to note is that Zimtra offers 10:1 high buying power for the elite account type. So what comes with that account type, since you're using so much of their money, there's a profit share system. Zimtra will take 10% of your profits if you're trading with that account type, which can feel like a downside if you're not comfortable with a split. But for some others, it's worth the trade-off in order to access all the live capital the brokerage offers, a lot of leverage, platforms, and other resources. I personally see this broker as a solution for traders who don't have $20,000 to $25,000 of funding just yet, but they still want to access the same level of elite platforms, short selling capabilities, and resources that other top trading brokers offer. So this is my rating for all the categories we talked about for Zimtra, and the final score. Just because they're not yet regulated in Canada, for now, I will rate this broker with a B. Okay, another trading alternative for developing traders is Tradezero Canada. Tradezero has been my recommendation for beginners over the years. Just like Centerpoint, they are an insured broker here in Canada that offers great short selling inventories for hard-to-borrow stocks. One of the best benefits about Tradezero is that limit orders over 100 shares are commission-free. This is a very nice perk for smaller accounts, helping you keep the costs down. Tradezero also offers paper trading, so if you're new to trading, you can practice strategies without risking real money. Another advantage of using Tradezero is a lowered account minimum of only $500, which is very similar just like interactive brokers. So overall for account funding, I'll give them a solid good. They also offer very good inventory to short sell hard-to-borrow small cap stocks, which is something that a lot of discount brokerages like interactive brokers don't offer. So for that, I'll give the short selling a solid good. But there's a caveat. The borrow fees are not as low when compared to Centerpoint and Zimtra. Again, you just have to think about and consider all these key points I mentioned. The lowered minimum deposit requirements allow beginners to trade short selling strategies. Of course, commission-free is a nice bonus, but the higher locate fees could eventually cancel that out. So overall, considering everything I mentioned, for the category of commissions and fees, I'll rate them a so-so. Where I really think Tradezero should improve on is the flagship Zero Pro trading platform. It's honestly pretty clunky. There's a $50 monthly fee for the platform, which would be fine if the platform was fast and easy to use. But as it stands, the user experience and execution speed is just not the most top tier compared to other brokers. Another issue is that the platform tends to freeze during times of high volatility. This is especially frustrating for day traders who rely on quick executions. So overall, for the platform rating, I'll have to give them a so-so. But for now, I'm rating them overall B. They're always offering new account sign-up bonuses as well. I'll leave a link down below. Finally, we have a few discount trading brokers that recently arrived here in Canada. These two brokers are usually compared side by side, and they're commission-free in the United States, but not here in Canada. I'll explain why. Both of these brokers, Webull and Moomoo, they have great desktop and mobile apps that are completely free to use. They also offer many sign-up bonuses such as free fractional shares, high APY, and cash bonuses, depending on the month. And there's no minimum deposit, although you do have to deposit at least $1 to get a lot of these bonuses. So for the category of account funding minimum, I'll give them a solid good. Now, when it comes to evaluating them on active trading, there's significant limitations. Webull offers a really nice bonus, essentially commission-free for 90 days after you sign up. That's really appealing to new traders. Their desktop platform is really good, very user-friendly and easy to use. Order execution is not bad as well. So I think it's a very solid choice for beginner traders. Plus, they also offer paper trading, so you can practice strategies before going live. The mobile app, once again, is excellent. I personally love to use it for charting and my watch list on the go. So rating them on the category of trading platforms, I'll give Webull a solid good. However, Webull's commissions can add up really quickly. After 90 days, they charge a minimum of $2.99 per trade for both Canadian and US markets, which can get very pricey if you're doing a lot of trades. The options contracts aren't cheap either at 99 cents per contract, and you'll have to pay extra for level 2 market data. So for the category of fees and commissions, unfortunately I have to give them bad after 90 days promotion ends. Webull is not ideal for short selling. Their borrow fees are much higher than the other premium brokers specializing in offering short locates, and they don't have most of the small cap stocks. So for that category, I have to give them so-so. Overall, as a trading broker, I think it's very beginner friendly and I will rate it a solid B. Next, we have Moomoo, with many similarities of Webull, but not exactly the same. Just like Webull, Moomoo has many free commission sign-up promotions for a limited time. They also offer you a lot of research reports, analysis tools, and these are great resources for new traders who want to dive into market research. Again, they don't have a minimum for account open. On the downside though, Moomoo's trading fees are also on the higher side. For Canadian trades, the minimum commission is $1.49, while US trades cost $1.99. So overall, for fees and commissions, I'll have to give Moomoo bad. The charting platform on Moomoo is actually a little limited, even though it is beginner friendly. And this seems to be the only major difference between Moomoo and Webull. Webull has an interface that's more suitable for trading, while Moomoo serves investing way better, in my opinion. So for the Moomoo platform, I'll have to give them so-so. Moomoo is also not ideal for short selling, so I have to give them bad. Overall, with all the categories we mentioned for rating trading brokers, I have to give them overall a C. Both Moomoo and Webull offer you free paper trading and a lot of other beginner-friendly tools. So I see no harm for new traders to start with these platforms. They usually offer really good sign-up bonuses for new users, so I'll give you the links down below. Another broker that's really well known in Canada is Questrade. You've probably seen a lot of their marketing on buses, SkyTrain, and everywhere else. I personally use Questrade for my long-term investments, but I would not use them for active day trading at all. To start, their commissions are $4.95 per trade. Unless you buy ETFs, they'll be free. So in this category for fees and commissions, I'll give it bad. They're terrible for short selling both small caps and large caps, so bad once again. As for the account funding, the minimum is $1,000. So it's not terrible, so I'll give it a so-so. Next, let's talk about the platform, Questrade IQ Edge. It's a little bit better than Interactive Brokers TWS, but honestly just slightly. Charting is also not great, so I'll give the platform for trading so-so. But I do really like their web platform for investing though. It's much better than Interactive Brokers or even the big banks. Overall, I will rate Questrade as a trading broker a C. Alright, so let's talk about the big banks. I also want to mention them briefly in case any of my viewers are still trading with these traditional banks like TD Direct Investing, CIBC Investors Edge, and Qtrade. These big bank platforms are decent for long-term investors who need a reliable place to hold their investments, but they're definitely not suitable for active trading. The commission fees alone will make them really tough to recommend. They charge very expensive flat rates, anywhere from $4.95 to $9.99 per trade, which really adds up if you're trading actively. And usually the trading platforms that they do offer, they're really clunky and outdated, designed for long-term investing, not for active trading. So for all the commission fees that you're paying with these big banks, you're much better off with almost any other trading brokers that I recommended earlier. The truth is, these big banks, they are really just not innovating their trading platforms or products anymore. In Canada, they really didn't have much competition at all, so they've been staying really stagnant. And that's why we need newer players like Centerpoint Securities, Zimtra, Webull, and Moomoo coming in from outside of Canada to really push for the modern innovation and technology that we Canadians have been missing. Of course, I'll leave you all the links to these brokers down below, along with any sign-up bonuses. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite trading broker and how you would rank these brokers from A to D. Please remember to like this video down below if you found the information very helpful. And for those who are looking for specific trading broker demos and reviews, check out the videos over here.